Here are 9 things that you probably didn't know about service dogs. Guide tasks are not only for the blind. Mobility, seizure alert and response, as well as many other types of service dogs, can perform guide tasks as well. Many people with other types of disabilities can benefit from these types of tasks as well. Vests, harnesses, and any other type of gear that officially marks your dog as a service dog are not required at all. We are not legally obligated to mark our dog as a service dog. If we want to work our dog naked, we are totally allowed to do that. Most handlers opt not to, simply because many businesses aren't aware of these laws and it can cause frequent access problems. In terms of, hi buddy. In terms of the laws and everything, we are not required to vest our dogs. Service dogs only ever work for one person. Say you're out at a restaurant and you come across a service dog handler with a seizure alert dog. If you have a seizure disorder yourself and you end up having a seizure there, don't get mad at the dog or the handler when the dog doesn't alert to your seizure, because that's not how it works. Everybody is different when it comes to smell, heart rate, changes in body language. And those are the things that the dogs pick up on. And just because, one person has seizures and the dog can alert to that, it doesn't mean that the dog is going to be able to alert to every single other person in the world that has seizures. Any breed can be a service dog. Yes, even a Chihuahua or a Pug, even a Great Dane or a Mastiff, as long as they can be task trained for your needs and are capable of public access. There is no registration, certification, or ID for a service animal. If someone shows you an ID, it is either one of 2 things. 1, the person got scammed and does not have a real service dog, or is faking a service dog, one of the 2 there. Or 2, the person has chosen to make their own homemade ID and uses it while fully knowing that it means nothing legally, but they use it because it makes them more comfortable. There are some handlers who do that. But just know that forms of ID that people show when they go to businesses don't actually mean anything. If someone offers to show you registration or official certification, then they either got scammed or are intentionally passing off their pet as a service dog and breaking the law. Some programs will certify or give a little certificate when their dogs graduate to show that they passed the program, but again, this really means absolutely nothing legally at all. In the eyes of the law, service animals are considered to be medical equipment, same as a wheelchair or a cane or a walker. That is why they cannot be denied access, and that is also why it is illegal to disturb them. You wouldn't just, run up and grab an old lady's walker out from under her. While service animals do have lots of regular dog fun time, when they are on duty, they need to be respected because they are real working dogs. They do have jobs and their jobs save lives. Service dogs have bad days. It happens. They are living beings. They are not robots, and people need to realize this. And I myself am guilty of this as well. Sometimes we get really annoyed with our dogs and we have to breathe and tell ourselves, he's not a robot. Most non-handlers won't be able to tell when a service animal is having a bad day because their version of bad behavior tends to still be pretty darn good. Something might be like bending down to sniff the floor for half a second when we're not looking. To the regular person, that wouldn't seem like much. But there's little things like that, and just know that it does happen. Sometimes there's nothing we can do about it. Sometimes dogs just have bad days, just like us people do. Service dogs can wear anything. They can wear bow ties. They can wear insanely neon tie-dyed vests. They can wear fun-colored leash and collar sets. Some handlers, usually poodle owners, will even dye their dog's fur safely. Just because the dog might look a little bit different or outrageous, it doesn't make the dog any less professional or any less capable of doing their job. The dog's behavior speaks for itself, and frankly, aside from that, image really shouldn't have anything to do with it. And last but not least, you probably know this if you've watched any of my other videos, but it's really important, so I thought I'd just throw it in at the end. Service animals are very different from ESAs and therapy dogs. They are the only ones that have public access rights, and people who go into stores with, these red vests with the patches that say therapy dog or ESA, they are abusing the law because they are not service animals. They are trained for completely different things, and they do not have public access rights.